Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. It is about 12:30, just right after midnight here. Technically Monday the 19th. To me, it's Sunday night. What I am going to do, fitting for the forecast the next couple days, supposed to be 100 dead even 2 days in a row, which is down slightly from the predicted forecast of 102 and 103. But nonetheless, turning up the heat is Blast Zone. Now, Blast Zone is an interesting character. Obviously, he was included in the starter packs. Thing is, I have not heard virtually anyone talk about him. Way back, I think a couple of tournaments my nephew and I recorded. Um, it blasts on somebody. Obviously, he's been box stock this entire time. But just using his bomb throw, he is an absolute beast. It's an attack. It's kind of like trigger happy fast. The catch is, instead of doing like single digit numbers, it's 28 to 42, I believe. They can bounce one time and they blow up. Which kind of actually adds a nice little bit of range if you actually are in the right scenario for that to happen. But bottom line, that's super impressive. And then his rocket dash, it's interesting. If you tap A, of course, he's rocket ability just kind of like boom jet. But if you tap A, he'll kind of coast through. It's just like a really quick speed boost, 35 to 53. However, if you come in and you just hold it down, haven't timed it just yet, we'll do that, but hold it for whatever length of time, which isn't very long, maybe 3 seconds, then the game automatically shoots him off, and he does 100 to 150. Something that I have said since his introduction and throughout all the times we used him in a tournament is I cannot wait to see how this guy upgrades. To me, those are some really insane numbers. I think a lot of how well he performs will probably come down to his tertiary attack. The bottom paths look fairly similar. It looks like one's going to be like shooting out a shield, the other's going to be like a little aura. I say shoot out a shield, it's basically like push out a firewall. You're kind of used to that with Hot Dog, I guess. Up top, it could be tough. It'll depend how well the tertiary goes or how powerful the bomb is, but that's what you're basically picking from. However, in true to form fashion, we're going to go ahead and stage this in the 5-video format. Catch is, since there is a dark blast zone, which again, I always thought the dark starter pack was cool, and told everyone they better get it. People kind of, it's not neat, it's duplicates, yada yada, didn't get it, and now, you're kind of up a creek. It's always easier to buy things when they are readily available. But that said, I'll probably go ahead and do the base upgrades with Dark Blast Zone. In retrospect, I should probably have recorded him first and then just whipped out the Blast Zone base upgrades. But I do that just because I know some people will only look for one or the other. Some people may be like oblivious to Dark Blast Zone existing. That said, though, I haven't bought anything. I just did this so you don't have to listen to me talk. I don't really like that hat on him. I think it was like really early in the game, but in Giants people always got mad because I didn't wear hats. So periodically I'll make someone wear a hat if it doesn't look incredibly stupid. That said, his primary attack, or the top end attack if you will, is called Bomb Throw. As you can see, there's the critical right off the bat, but 28 to 42. And the thing is, you can just fire it off like crazy. That may not look fast, but I assure you with the damage it does, it is more than sufficient. Let me try to get an angle. You can see there, it actually, bounce. I guess it's exploding before it hits the ground again, but that is a great range on that thing. The secondary attack, you just come in, if you just tap A, you're going to do that. Doesn't cover a whole lot of ground, but the bottom line is you can move quickly. There is a slight recharge time on it, as you saw just a second ago, he had 35 damage. Now, I'm going to come in, I'm going to count how long this takes to shoot off, and you can actually, if I have this angled correctly, which is always hard to tell, we should be able to make it to the second dummy, so I'm going to just go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3. There was 200s in a row, so pretty good range there, like I said. Let me recount again. 1, 2, 3. It's like 2 to 3 seconds, I would say. So not a significant amount of time, and in all honesty, you do that twice and you have 70-ish, assuming it was a stock hit both times. So this isn't really all that bad, particularly if you had like the tertiary going or something to offset that. But that said, like I mentioned, he is kind of like Scratch. This is a swapper that I feel like I could leave box stock, just get the health up all the way on level 20, and I can't think of many times he would probably let me down even in nightmare mode. So that says a lot. But the weirdest thing to me, you know, Dunebug comes out and oh, he's awesome, you know, you gotta see his upgrades, and Rubble Rouser comes out, you know, and you hear people griping about him getting stuck, Stink Bomb isn't good enough, yada yada. I literally, you know, and people leave comments and send me messages and direct messages and all kinds of stuff. There's really not been chatter about Blasphemy. I never understood that. In particularly because he is included. I know if you have the game, you should have Blasphemy. Barring some crazy circumstance where like a third cousin in a distant part of your family got the starter pack and then gave you the game or something through some aunt on your uncle's side, I don't know. But bottom line, like 99% of people, if you have this game, you've got Blasphemy. You know, not a lot on Washbuckler, but I'd hear people, hey, you know, yada yada Washbuckler. I didn't understand that, because to me, Blasphemy was like just beastly with nothing done to him at all. So that said, he should only get better. Right now what we're going to do, this will be top and bottom, but all will only be base upgrades. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, the swapper's kind of confusing. There's a look at his hat, there's a good look at him. I don't think he will change appearances, I hope not, but we'll go ahead and do the top stuff first. There's only 3 of them, 3 top, 3 bottom, but he gets kicked off again. Bear in mind, I've got 18 wing sapphires, that's the max discount. I think 11,568. It's either 11,568 or 12,288. The 12,288, I think that's our series 2s and 3s with the WoW. Pretty sure it's 11,568 you need. Bottom line, he's got the money, but that's why my prices may be different than yours. I have a full discount going here, so that's one of the perks of playing through the game, box stock. You know, nonetheless, Flame Breath. This is his tertiary attack. Hold X while turning to create a wall of fire that damages nearby enemies. I'm excited about this one for the simple fact I enjoyed Flame Slinger's Column of Fire. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. Flame Slinger is someone that I honestly thought would have been back for Series 3. Igniter's super popular. I still think people don't appreciate him much, but I always viewed Flame Slinger as like the fire element stealth elf. Just seemed like he'd always be there. Not that that matters right now, just trying to make this interesting for you. Can we buy this for 512? Power bombs. Press Y to throw bombs that do increased damage. Yes, we can. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. Bob the Builder and all. You know, I hadn't heard people talk about Bob the Builder in a long time either, but I can't say I heard a lot of it. I remember a grocery store around here had some little Bob the Builder ride. I don't think it's there anymore. Wonder what happened to Bob. Anyway, I think we could literally buy that, but I'm just, anytime something kind of overlaps a hold or a press, I like to err on the side of caution here, so it'll make the video a little longer, but you know, I just want to get it right. Now let's take a look at this Flame Breath deal. So I'm holding X. Pretty cool. I guess you can do this perpetually too. No. Well, maybe my thumb lifted. Okay, so he does stop. And the fire keeps going, of course. I am going to count this now. It's probably going to be quite a bit of time, 10-20 seconds maybe, but we'll find out. Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4, Mississippi 5, Mississippi 6, Mississippi 7, Mississippi 8, Mississippi. 8 seconds, I grossly overestimated that. So let me get back to my handy-dandy spreadsheet, which if you take the link at the top, you can see it'll take you through everything in painstaking detail. Flame Breath, 8 seconds. Alright. Now the thing is, what happens if we actually complete a circle? Nothing right now, but I would assume that that would deal some sweet damage to enemies, and you could basically just do this, stand in here, and throw your new bombs, which are significantly bigger. So let's check this out. Now we'll fry that.
Can't tame the flame.
It's a shame the sheep don't show damage. They would have been very helpful if they did. Alright, so 8 damage on that thing, so it should be, there was our 12 critical. 8 seconds, 8 to 12. We got that pretty well covered now. But like I said, I mean, envision a scenario, you've got enemies coming, just put that up for quick defense, and then throw your bomb, which is doing 32, that should be 48 on the critical. You can still rattle them off like crazy. We saw our 48 in there at some point, so this is going quite nicely. Not a huge jump there on the bombs, but they were very high to begin with, 28-42 to get 32-48, I'll take it. Now we're going to last time enhance this before you have to pick a path. Sticky bomb for 640. Hold Y to charge a bomb. Release to throw a timed sticky bomb. Again, I am playing on the Wii U. I've had a couple people griping about my buttons. You know, like, oh, that's not the Y button, it's X. I am on the Wii U. I have the X-Bone version. I plan to record Nightmare Mode in it, but everything thus far that I've recorded has been the Wii U. So that's why I've been trying to like reiterate that. Your tertiary attack button X on the Wii U, primary is Y on the Wii U, A is secondary. So sticky bomb, let's grab that, see what we can't do. Now right here, if you do not know which path you want to take, watch my videos. Go to oneofwisdom.com and you will figure it out. That said, my issue here, just like with the legendary, I want Dark Blast Zone to have the best path. Problem is, I don't know what either one of these paths are like. To me, the obvious choice is upgrading the bombs because I love using them and they deal insane damage and they're super quick. The flip side of that, all we have right now is Flame Breath Tertiary. Nothing's been done to it. It could actually be a deal where in the long run it's better to go Reaction Satisfaction and then take advantage of your bombs. So, a bit of a quandary there. I have 3 blast zones, 1 dark and then 2 regular. The regular one's just been sitting over there on the Powerade Skylanders. I may bust him out, get him some cash, and take him down the other one, and then let Dark Blast Zone just definitely have the best path. So, that said, we won't worry about that just yet, and to keep it simple, we'll back out now. Then we'll come back in and do the top end stuff, bottom end I should say. So there's our 48, there's our 32. Now I'm going to hold Y. Looks like it's ready to go pretty quick. Okay, I totally missed that explosion. 15 on the initial hit. Is that a 55? I'm at that funky angle I can't see. Not the game, just me in my chair. I think that is 55. Let me try to get a different number. Yeah, so sticky bombs, 15 on, let's see, assuming there is a critical, that would be, what, 23, I think. 15 to 23 on hit, and then 55, I believe. Oh, there's the 32. Wasn't that a 32? This is such a weird angle. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a regular bomb. Alright. 15 to 23, as I was saying, and then 55. Let's see, that would be what? I think 83. 55 to 83. That's assuming there are criticals, or probably are. Sometimes you can spend like 5 minutes of your life waiting for one. Even with the critical hit increases, which is why I don't like those upgrades. But that's another story, another day. So he is pretty. I mean, he's even got good range on that thing, you know, the sticky bombs. But that is his top end, fully upgraded with the base upgrades only. Have not taken the path, obviously. What we will do now, come into the bottom side. Everything you see, these next 3 will be bottom specific. I'm very excited to see how these pan out, actually. So let's come in here. Alright, we've got ready for blast off. Hold A to charge a rocket dash and deal damage to nearby enemies. This will be interesting. 192 is the price. I don't know that we can buy the other stuff. Actually, we can get the armor, which is pretty cool. This next one, armor plating. I hope it doesn't make him gold. That would be really. I mean, I realize he kind of is now, but there's a lot of black on him right now. Armor is increased hot off the presses. Box stock, his armor is 24, so this will be a welcome change in my little world. So, as long as it doesn't change his appearance. Okay, I don't think it did. I guess he just kind of has like a glowing look there. Okay, so we'll save that one just in case. But let's back out of here. Oh, armor was +8. I was hoping for like a +40, like the core characters get. But nonetheless, it is increased, so I guess it's not too shabby. Now, quick tap of A does 35. If I hold it down until it shoots up 100. What exactly did this do? I don't understand it. Ready for blast off. Hold A to charge a rocket dash and deal damage to nearby enemies. So, oh, okay. So previously you could just sit here. Now you're gonna rattle off. While you charge it up, you'll see, I guess, I'm facing the guy. We're getting 15 to 23. If I'm gonna face the middle dummy, if I can position myself right, we should damage the guy behind me. So, how many times? Let me try to count them. Are we seeing 4? I think so. So, ready for blast off. 15 to 23. 4 times. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Armor, sadly. I have to put armor or it will spaz out on me. But armor +8. 24 to 32, so not huge numbers. If that was a +40, this guy would be nuts. Fuel for the fire, though, is what's coming up next, so we'll head over there. He's got a pretty cool jump action. Bottom end. Fuel for the fire. 640. Hold A to dash. Dashing now lasts for as long as A is held. This is going to be really interesting. I'm guessing we'll do the 35-ish hit. If that increased the damage too, even just to 40, this would be really impressive. Right here, if you don't know the path again, go to oneofwisdom.com and watch my videos and read the spreadsheet that I work hard on. So we'll back out of there, come over here. Let's just go ahead and I'm gonna hold A. It would do the damage there. Okay, so this is nice. This is where he picks up that speed. Not necessarily, you know, like huge stealth elf zap numbers and speed, but he does move quickly, and you can do this perpetually. So, much like Boomjet, you know, this to me does not disappoint. He's currently not damaging anything with his flame trail. And you can run into walls and still keep going, just like Boomjet, which is nice. Can't, let's see, can't do your secondary or tertiary attacks while that's going, but still, I mean, it's pretty cool. So fuel for the fire, dash infinitely. Anytime you have infinitely, it's usually something good. The bottom side, I'm not as concerned about it. I think they'll both be about the same. Temperature rising, you get a fiery aura. Now, if that was a shield that increased armor, I would hands down take it, but from what I understand in the descriptions, I think it's just like a ring around you that will damage enemies, and then the fuel-injected path actually sends out a wave. I don't know, my playstyle, it might be nice to have the aura. I just wish I knew how long it lasted before I picked it. Up top, I don't have any clue. Again, the bombs are the straightforward one. You probably cannot go wrong there, but reaction satisfaction, very tempting, because the tertiary attack currently has nothing done to it, so that's interesting. I think that hat, by the way, is only +20 health, so I hadn't skewed any of the armor numbers or anything. But, that said, that is Blast Zone. Those are his base upgrades. I'm just trying to figure out how to ensure I get Dark Blast Zone the best path and still record everything, which is a bit challenging. You know what I think I will do is go ahead and get that other Blast Zone out. I may record the bottom end first. I'm going to take this guy down fuel injected. Well, dadgum, if I do that, though. I don't know. It's really hard to figure this stuff out. Again, it's not difficult. It's just I want Dark Blast Zone to have the best of everything. And without knowing anything about these 4 paths, it's hard to do that. So, Again, I work hard and document all this stuff. So then when you come to that point in your life, you can just simply look at a couple of videos, a spreadsheet, and go about your merry little way. But I'll try to figure this out, and I will be back shortly as we continue upgrading Blast Zone and Dark Blast Zone.